Welcome to Taz Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is June the 7th, 2024. We're going to be talking about TNA results. I need to open my drink first. Hold on. Ugh. You like my hairdo? I'm happy that I got short hair again because my hair was going in my eyeballs. And it was hard when every time I have a shower, the water drips and it drips in my eyes. Now it doesn't have to do that until it grows again. I don't like hair sometimes. Sometimes I wish I was bald. When you don't have that problem. But the only problem with bald people, they get sunburn really bad on their head. You have to wear a hat every single time when you're doing summer. So ladies and gentlemen, we got some TNA to talk about. Of course, they talk about NXT Battlegrounds. Battleground, there's no S in there. Battleground, because Jordan Grace will be facing Roxanne Perez for the championship. I still don't know if she's going to actually win this title, be a double champion in two different promotions. I have no idea, because they've been talking about it, saying that it never happened. Well, technically it did happen, because AEW did the same thing, right? A guy held the World Championship from AEW and Impact Wrestling. And I believe Deonna Purrazzo did the same thing with New Japan Pro Wrestling with their Women's Championship, and even with Ring of Honor as well. I think she held 3 titles. So it happened before, but somebody winning a Impact Wrestling World Championship and a WWE Champion, TNA and WWE, nobody held the same those titles together. A WWE Championship and a TNA title. It's always been Ring of Honor, it's been New Japan or AEW. No WWE, because WWE never worked with other companies the last couple years. Since 1990s, they worked with NWA, they worked with a whole bunch of other wrestling companies. I think AAA as well. And then they stopped doing it and worry about their own selves and not worry about other indie wrestling. And now they are finally putting it back together. We see a lot of crossover, some crossovers of the TNA. I'm hoping we get to see some of the men's do the same thing, not just Jordan Grace and some other people try to go for the TNA Knockouts Championship or stuff like that. But ladies and gentlemen, if Jordan Grace does win and she defends that title against some of the TNA Knockouts on TNA, that would be helpful for NXT. And she comes to NXT as well, defend it against some NXT women as well. And go to their PLEs, and she goes to TNA PLEs. So it kind of helps both of their the brands. But right now, there's no point of WWE showing any footage of TNA at all because nobody came to TNA yet. Nobody went there. Roxanne, I'm sorry, I'm going to give you guys a spoiler. Roxanne did not show up on TNA this week. I thought they would because it would make it personal, but no, it didn't happen. I'm sorry for the yelling. My brother can't stop yelling at this game.
That's crazy.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we got some TNA. We didn't get a lot of segments here, but we do have some good matches here. And we got 2 title matches. We got 1 new champion. Ladies and gentlemen, a YouTuber made his debut in TNA. Well, he's not a wrestler. I think he's trying to train as a wrestler. His YouTube, I believe he has a podcast. What am I saying? I believe. I watch his podcast. The Vibe, those guys, if you don't know who that is, his name is BDE. I'm just going to call him that because everybody knows what his name is, and he showed up on TNA. I guess you could call it turn a heel because he was cheering for AJ Francis. And ladies and gentlemen, when AJ Francis was doing his interview, or his promo, let's say promo because it wasn't an interview, his promo BDE was there as well, so it looks like it was a heelish thing. And I don't think he's signed with TNA. I don't think he's going to be there every single week. But that's pretty cool that the wrestling world is making the YouTube mean something for these guys. That means some wrestlers actually watch some of these YouTubers like Logan Paul and BDE. So that's pretty cool that wrestling lets this happen. They even had KSI. They had Jake Paul in WWE. They had Speed. I don't know who the heck his Speed is. I know he's a YouTuber, but I haven't watched his videos. But I know he's a YouTuber because he's friends with Logan Paul, and Logan Paul is a YouTuber. And I guess he's friends with KSI as well. So that's pretty cool that YouTubers are being part of the show. BDE did not attack anyone, but like he was shown on TV. He was shown on TV doing the money thing with AJ Francis during his match. So that was pretty cool for him that he actually gets shown on TV. He's on the Access Network, and if you guys could watch it on TNA Plus, you can watch it on TNA Plus. So that's pretty cool to see for some of the YouTubers. I wish I was one of those YouTubers. I don't think I'll ever be a top YouTuber like Logan Paul or BDE is. But yeah, I think that's interesting. I don't think I'm going to be a top YouTuber. I know that people say, oh, you need confidence. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm not trying to be a top YouTuber. I'm just doing things that I like. I like to talk about wrestling. I like to tell people what happened because I'm a wrestling fan. People will call me a wrestling freak because I like wrestling. Mostly everything I do is wrestling. If I play a video game, it's a wrestling game. I'm watching a YouTube video right now about wrestling. So yeah, I'm a wrestling freak. I don't care what people say. So ladies and gentlemen, we got some TNA to talk about. We got Jake something versus Khan. Okay, I didn't really care for this match. It's big guy versus big guy. I didn't really care. But the winner of that match was Jake something. He did a good, nice big boss man slam onto Khan, but it didn't really, it wasn't good vibes for me because it's it's just a big guy versus big guy match. And then Khan attacked Jake something. He was about to break his neck until Eric Young came out and made the save. Okay. I don't know what else to say. And Eric Young talked about the 20th anniversary of TNA. They're doing their 20th anniversary show for TNA. I have a question. You're talking about 20th anniversary of TNA, but TNA hasn't been there since you guys came back, like in Hard to Kill or something like that. I think it was Hard to Kill, right? Of last year or this year. So it's not 20 years yet because you just thought it came back. It wasn't there for freaking 20 years yet because it's only, I don't know. I thought I would have had something smart to say, but I guess I don't. But ladies and gentlemen, we got Giselle Shaw making a return to the ring. I guess she's a babyface. I guess, because she was showing the fans cheer. So, I think she's a babyface. She burst a jobber. I know her name was like Mackenzie something. Oh no, I think her first name was something, and her last name is Mackenzie. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match was Giselle Shaw. And then we got Speedball Mountain versus Ali and Champagne Singh, because number 27 gets an X Division Championship match against Mustafa Ali at Against the Odds next week on Friday. I believe it's on Friday, the 14th. Yeah, it is on Friday because the 15th is on. That's Clash of the Castle. So yeah, the 14th is on. That's on the Friday. I thought it was a pretty decent tag team match, but I think, I don't know what I think. But I think it was a good match. I thought it was a pretty decent tag team match. The winner of that match was Speedball Mountain, Mike Bailey and Trent Seven getting the win. Get some momentum. Then we got Jordan Grace versus Allison Kay for the Knockouts title. If she loses tonight, or last night, because I'm doing this on Friday, this video on Friday. If she lost that last night, Allison Kay will be facing Roxanne Perez. I don't know that's a thing. I don't know it's because of the championship, like TNA title, or it's just Jordan Grace. Like, if she loses the Knockouts title before Battleground, does Jordan Grace still get the title shot? Because remember, they just revealed Jordan Grace as the number one contender to the NXT Women's Championship. Not because they want a champion versus champion match. They just want Jordan Grace to go for the title. So if she didn't have the title, will she still be the person to verse Roxanne Perez? Like, if Allison Kay won the title, will Allison Kay be the one going for the title, or will it still be Jordan Grace? I think if she lost it, I think Jordan Grace will still get the title shot. I think so. Ladies and gentlemen, but I said if, that means because Jordan Grace retains the title. Marty Bell got herself involved. Ash by Anglers was there sitting and not doing anything. She didn't even attack her, so nobody really cares. So, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match was Jordan Grace retaining the title, and she's going to Battleground this weekend on Sunday. Let's see what happens. Will we see a new champion? For me, I would love to see Jordan Grace defend that NXT Women's Championship on TNA. Different women get a shot of that NXT Women's Championship in the TNA Knockouts locker room. I would love. There's some people. I know it's just Jordan Grace defending the title, and there's some people who already faced Jordan Grace, but something different, like NXT Women's Championship getting defended. That would be cool, interesting. And she brings that title onto Access TV. That's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. Then we had AJ Francis versus Ladle Kid for the Digital Media Championship. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it was a pretty decent match, but you're the winner of that match and your new Digital Media Champion, AJ Francis, because Ladle Kid thought it was a good idea. Oh, I was going to jump off the turnbuckle to AJ Francis, but no, I'm going to jump off the turnbuckle and hit Red Swan when I just slapped him in the face. So he kind of caused himself by jumping off the turnbuckle outside the ring onto Red Swan, slams his body outside the ring, and then he tried to jump again off the turnbuckle, but this time on AJ Francis, but Francis caught him with the choke slam. Bam! I know it's not called a choke slam, but he got the win, and AJ Francis wins his first ever televised championship. Because he never won a championship in WWE, and now he finally won one in TNA. So that's pretty cool for him. Congrats for AJ Francis. I know it's not a really top title, like X Division title, the tag team titles, or the world title. Digital media title is like, it's like the 24/7 title. It's just there for some, because maybe some of these guys would not win a championship. Like a top title, like X Division title, tag titles, or the world title, so they brought an extra title. WWE does it multiple times. They had the hardcore title, they had the light heavyweight, the cruiserweight title, they had the 24/7 title, they brought the cruiserweight championship back, and they did it for NXT as well. And they're doing it with the cup as well for the Heritage Cup. They're doing the same thing on NXT. Raw and SmackDown doesn't have one. It's all because there's no extra titles. But the women's, there's no extra title in the women's because there's only two. On each brand, there's two. But NXT will have two. But they WWE done it before too with extra titles that they know some of these wrestlers will not be able to win championships. Or they're not going to let them win championships. That's why. That's what I think. That's why the Digital Media Championships is there. I don't think AJ Francis is going to win the other titles. He might. If he keeps on improving himself, he might get a title shot. But Digital Media title right now is good for him because he needs to improve himself to be the X Division champion. get the world title. I don't know he's going to be the world title, but the X Division title you could get. Tag titles with Rich Swann. Rich Swann never won the tag titles. I think the Digital Media Championship is like a jobber title. And we've seen it in WWE, like I said. We've seen it with the Hardcore title. We saw a whole bunch of jobbers win the Hardcore Championship, the Light Heavyweight title. I guess the Cruiserweight title is like a jobber thing, but not every wrestler could win it because not every wrestler was a Cruiserweight. But the Hardcore title, 24/7 title, those are like the jobber championships of the WWE. That's why you got R-Truth winning it. Now he's a top guy with the World Tag Team titles. So, yeah, that's what I think. So, yeah, I thought it was pretty interesting for AJ Francis to win a championship. I thought he would never win one, but he did. Congrats to him. Will Adonis win a championship in WWE? Even like with the Speed, I'm going to go back to the championship thing. I think Speed title is like the same thing as a jobber championship, but there's some top guys that's in the Intercontinental Championship division is in there, but the Speed title is like the Jobber Show Championship. But it's not on Raw or SmackDown, it's on its own show. So it's really hard to say if it's a Jobber Show because a Jobber Championship because a lot of people could go for that title. Even the top guys could win it. Like, if Seth Rollins makes his return, he could go and get that Speed title if he wants. If they want to put him in there. I've seen Bronson Reed in there. The guy he should be in the Intercontinental Championship division. I saw Johnny Gargano. He's in the Tag Team division. So, I don't know if it's a jobber championship or is just showing us different styles of wrestling. And they could show it in a couple of minutes because I believe it's like a 3 minute limit. I don't know why I said that twice, but I did. So I think that's what it is, but I don't know it's a jobber championship. Like the Hardcore title. Because you've seen a lot of jobbers win that Hardcore title. And you've seen those guys won that title, but never won the Intercontinental, the European title back then. It wasn't the United States title. Or win the tag titles or the world title. That's how you know it was a jobber championship, because jobbers won the title. Hey, there's some top guys who won the title, okay? They were jobbers, they were a little bit of jobbers, like Kane, the Big Show. They were a little jobbers, they didn't know what to do with them. And then they got bigger and stopped getting the Hardcore title. But they never gave it, I don't think they ever gave it to The Rock or Stone Cold Steve Austin. I don't think so. Even some top big guys goes to the jobber level. Like Kane and the Big Show. I've seen some people do that. Went to the jobber level and win the 24/7 title, the Hardcore title. So yeah, that's what I think. I don't know if the Speed title is a jobber championship. You guys can put it on the comments below. Am I right? Is it a jobber championship? Or is it just a different type of championship that people should be happy about? I wish it's a better design because it looks like a little toy belt. And it doesn't look that great. I'm hoping that's like a prototype. And then they bring out some good championship, a good design, like in the next couple months. I'm hoping. Well, maybe they're just giving it a try because this is only on X. Not on TV. This is only on X. So maybe they don't need like a fancy dancy championship because it's not on TV every single week. They're doing tournaments, so Ricochet will not be on every single week. So he's not bringing on Raw. So that's what I think. That's what I think about the Speed title. I don't think they need a fancy dancy title if Ricochet's not going to show the title every single week. They're going to get their number contenders and number contenderships by doing tournaments. So we're not going to see Ricochet for a while until they finish the tournament. And I think they do like 1 or 2 matches. So it takes a while before they end their tournaments. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Nick Nemeth versus Frankie Kazarian. It was a pretty decent match. The winner of that match was Nick Nemeth, and the System attacked Nick. Eddie Edwards and Brian Myers attacked, and then Ryan Nemeth came out, tried to help his brother. He got attacked by Moose, because Moose started running down. And then Joe Hendry came out trying to help the Nebbit boys until he got whacked with a candlestick by Alicia Fox. Not Alicia Fox, Alicia Edwards. And then at the end, after all the beatdown the system did, the show was about to be over, but Broken Matt Hardy came up and he invited the system to the Hardy compound next week. Will Jeff Hardy be in the compound? So we will see about that. Ladies and gentlemen, we got some contracts happening. Chad Gable's expiring this week, today. We heard that there's some deals happening with Chad Gable and Dijak that's happening right now. But we don't know if they actually signed. They didn't sign yet. I'm hoping that Chad Gable doesn't sign with AEW. We heard that AEW is interested in Chad Gable. Why I think he should not join AEW is because he's going to be like a Kyle O'Reilly, a Roderick Strong, and be lost in the shuffle. Those two guys are lost in the shuffle. Yeah, Roderick Strong won the title. And guess what? He lost at the next pay-per-view. And Kyle O'Reilly, they're putting him in matches, it's just he's not doing anything. What I mean by this is that Chad Gable is not a top guy in the WWE big time. Like a world title competitor right now. He's not an Edge. He's not a MJF. He's not a Samoa Joe. Even Samoa Joe lost in the shuffle right now. But he's not one of those guys, top guys, and they will actually push the guy. I'm hoping that WWE gives him a great deal, and he could say yes. I'm hoping. Because he's in a match in Clash of the Castle. And people are hoping that part of this contract that they give Chad Gable, he wins the Intercontinental title. He gets happy. He's happy for it, and he signs, and he gets his championship. And everybody wants to see Chad Gable become Intercontinental Champion. I want to see that. Even Dijak, where the heck is he going to go? Maybe TNA. That would be great and all. But I would love to see what Dijak could do on Monday Night Raw, because he just got drafted. I want to see. I heard there's deals. WWE's giving up deals to these guys, and they still did not sign the contract yet. I'm hoping that we get a contract signed from Chad Gable. Speaking of contracts, we heard that Pentagon will be a free agent as well. Somewhere in August or September, and ladies and gentlemen, WWE's interested in Pentagon. Will we see another AEW guy join WWE? It's been like that the last couple of years now. When somebody leaves AEW, they come to WWE. We've seen that with Ethan Page, Lexis King, Cody Rhodes, Jade Cargill, Shawn Spears. All of these guys left. CM Punk left AEW and went to WWE. Some AEW guys went to TNA, like Ryan Nemeth, Matt Hardy. So some of them went to TNA, and most of them went to WWE. So will we see Pentagon in WWE, or will he join TNA, or will he just stay in the Indies? It will be interesting to see. One more piece of information is that WWE 2K24 just released a new pack of Persona cards on the game. And it looks like you could buy the pack. Or you could buy the points. I forgot what they call it. BC and MFP? Something like that. So you don't have to, like, collect all these things that Chad Gable, you had to win a singlet. You had to get a whole bunch of 5 things, like the Seth Rollins and Trick Williams, their Persona cards. You had to collect 5 different things of the guy the past couple of years that he did. And you had to get all 5 to get his Persona card. Looks like that you could win matches, do your My Faction, win some points. If you have enough points, you buy the pack, and maybe you will get it. It's not like how you get Roman Reigns or The Rock either. You don't have to get Sammy. You don't need to get Kevin Owens those 2 cards to get The Rock and Roman Reigns. You could buy the pack, or how you want to do it. You could buy some gift cards and get points like that, or you do my faction that way. But they give you these packs, and you buy one, and maybe you will get it. They got Becky Lynch, and they got Chad Gable 2016. Becky Lynch 2018, and Chad Gable 2016. So that's pretty cool. I can't wait to see what... I want to get those guys. I want to get Seth Rollins and Trick Williams, but it's a little more harder than this one. Because this one, you just buy the pack. And it's a 50% that you might get it, but it has to be one of these days when you get a pack. It's like a Pokemon cards. You don't always get the ones that you want, so you keep buying and buying and buying, and you get what you want. Then you finally get what you want. So, yeah, I don't know. But we will figure it out. I am hoping that I can get this Persona cards. I only got 2 Persona cards right now. The Sheamus one and 0. And the other ones is just 2 it takes a while to get. They finally put a locker code for one of each of the guys, Seth Rollins and Trick Williams, of their items that we had to collect. But I still need 4 more things. And it takes a while. They're not putting in the live events. They're not putting in any other things. So I'm getting really... The weekly towers, they're not putting in there. The award stuff. So I'm getting a little tired of waiting. It's been months and I haven't been getting these guys. I got the first DLC before I got the Persona cards. How does that work? It's been like 2 months. I got the first DLC and no Persona cards in 2 months. How does that work? Like, these things should be easy to get. Like, not easy, but it should be, they should make it happen faster. Because I want Seth Rollins, I want the old school Trick Williams. I can't get those guys because you're not giving me the items that I could win. I need to win the awards, and I can't win the awards because you're not giving them out. I can't buy the items. I can't buy the items on the store, the card store, because they're not cards. They're just items that you have to win. There's a Rock and Roman, the Bloodline, but that's not a Persona card. That's just a card that you could use in my faction. That's it. It's not a Persona card. So, if you guys enjoyed this video, I know I did a lot of rambling. We got some updates we did. I'm hoping that the people that is having their expiring dates, contracts, I don't know what I'm saying more. The contracts, I'm hoping they sign new contracts to WWE, because some of these guys are not top guys. Becky Lynch, if she doesn't stay with WWE, like people are saying that she just want a break, but if she goes to somewhere else, she will do good things. She actually could do good things. She's not injured, so if she goes to AEW, they could just put her right in the match. So it's not like Mercedes when she was because she was healing and she couldn't have her match until Double or Nothing. But Becky Lynch is not injured. If she goes to AEW, they could just put her in the match. And there you go. And she could win the championship. But everybody else is not a top guy right now. I know TNA could make them a top guy, but I don't think AEW could. You see the roster. You see the roster. Everybody sees it. There's some guys that Tony Khan will push, and there's some guys that Tony Khan will not push. And we see a lot of them. So, I'm hoping that Chad Gable and Dijak and whoever else is having contract expiring stay with WWE, see what they could do, see what they could make a star of you. You could win the Intercontinental Championship. I don't know, or a tag team titles. Something. That's all for today. Tell us, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. This is going to be a 30-minute video because I had to ramble. That's all for me today. Tell us, bye.